Hello and welcome to Triangle Home Talk with Jackson Realty Group. I'm Corey Gilliam.
Shanta Jackson.
We're coming to you from our Raleigh office. How you doing today, Shanta?
Doing good. Middle of the week, feeling great. Once again, it's cold outside.
It is, and they said we were going to get some snow, but that didn't happen.
No, and my son was looking for ice so he could stay out of school.
Yeah, everything shuts
But
down.
like North Carolina weather, it'll be 70 degrees by Monday.
Yeah.
You got to love it. But you know what I'm excited about?
Mm-hmm.
We have one real estate question. Someone inboxed us, and I'm so excited about it.
Awesome. Yeah, so the question that we have this week is if I short sold my home about 2 years ago, how long will it take me to qualify for a new mortgage or be able to purchase a home?
I love this question.
That's a great question.
Great question.
Well, let's go into the technical answer on that
Okay.
for just a second. Typically, it's about 3 years.
Okay.
But it's definitely situational, and you need to talk to a lender. The situational part of it is definitely lenders look at it in two different categories,
Okay.
basically extenuating circumstances
Mm-hmm.
and default.
Okay. Well, so here's the thing. I think that people get overwhelmed when they hear that and they're thinking, okay, where do I fall? Am I an extenuating circumstance or am I a default? And basically, so how lenders look at it, like you were saying, extenuating circumstances basically mean, hey, something tragic happened to you at some point. For instance, I lost my job. I'm no longer gainfully employed, and I can document it. Or you had someone sick in your family.
Your illness or someone else's illness. But technically, it's probably going to be mostly your illness because an important part of working with these lenders, because they're not just lending you money for nothing.
Correct.
Is they want to see the documentation.
Yes.
So if those two things can't be documented, then you're probably in the other category.
Yes, they're probably in the default category, but that's okay. So basically, if you don't fall under extenuating circumstances, you're about 3 years. And that's with FHA, VA, USDA. But if you had one of those extenuating circumstances, job loss, sickness, it could be 1 year. It could even be 2 years.
Yeah, they can elect to expedite the situation, but that is per lender. So it really is important that you speak with your lender and figure out what they think you can qualify for. Also, I know we're talking about extenuating circumstances, but I didn't hear any had a divorce or
so that one seems
it was
to
just
come
a
up
rough
a
month
lot with short sales, but it's not an extenuating circumstance
in the bank size.
but it should. I totally get it. We just have to be really careful about our reasoning, and one of the things that we're looking for in the default is, were you having trouble keeping up with payments that last year? Now, if you short sold your home, Corey, and you just needed to be out and the market values didn't work and you were still on time,
that's still technically an extenuating circumstance.
So correct, exactly right. So you can be in a new home in a year or two.
Yep.
And you know what I love about this question? It is so endearing to my heart because we meet a lot of people who sometimes feel like they're stymied, they're stalled, they can't move forward. Because a lot of times, man, how many people...
You can feel like you have chains on.
Yeah, exactly right. So many people got hit with foreclosure, short sales, and even bankruptcies. And there is life on the other side of that.
There is, and a lot of people don't know that they're not alone in that situation. So having and feeling like you're tied down by this encumbrance on your life, maybe, the short sale or things of that nature, it's not a death sentence.
Oh, I love that, Corey. Yeah. I love that. It is not a death sentence. In fact, I'm going to tell you a quick story, and I promise it's going to be quick. But when I was working maybe about, I would say almost 10 years ago, I came across a lady, and short sales and foreclosure really kind of hyping up and getting big, and she was so distraught. They'd been in her house for years and years and years, and they just they couldn't afford it anymore.
Yeah.
And they were so upset they had to leave their home that they lived most of their life, and she was just so distraught. Now, she did not break down in front of me, but I could see the pressure that it was putting on her as she was having to explain this private situation with me. And I remember just stopping and looking at her and just saying, you know what? You are not your house. And so it's sort of, she kind of looked up at me a little bit because sometimes, we work so hard, we do everything right.
Yeah.
You go to school, you get the job, you work, and you don't plan for these things to happen. And so all of a sudden you're hit with this life element and you think, I'm nothing.
It's important to know that your situation doesn't define you.
Exactly right. Exactly right.
It's really important that you just try to not keep up with the Joneses and not compare yourself to other people, because you are an individual.
Correct.
And what's happening in your life it's up to you to make sure that you keep it positive.
Correct.
And that you always try not to fall in that negative
space.
Yeah.
You're right. You're not your house. You're not your circumstance, right? And so I was having this conversation with my sister, and I mean, if you're a client of mine or a friend of mine, you've probably heard this all week, but she said something so profound to me, and it really sort of changed my view on things. So she said, look, I'm free, and she was basically saying, I'm free to sort of live my life the way I need to live it without any problems or worries or So I asked myself, I was thinking to myself, what does it mean to be free? You know what I'm saying?
It's a simple statement, but it's so big, and for just everyone out there, being free is like, I guess it's the goal in life, right?
Exactly. Man, that is where we're so being free, and how my sister and I were talking about it is being free to do things even if it's contrary to what people think you need to be doing.
Yeah. I mean, it's being comfortable in your own skin and just, wow. I made a joke. I went and got pampered with my mother the other day, and I made a joke. They were asking me how old I was and why do you never come to get a pedicure or manicure before? And I was like, I was never comfortable in my own skin.
Yeah.
And it's literally, I think I was joking then, but like it takes time to really get there, but it's the goal. So you have to work hard at it to try and be comfortable in your own skin and seek out freedom.
Yeah. And that freedom also means not judging yourself about your past mistakes, right? A lot of times people don't make the move. So for instance, thank goodness for this person who emailed us, because really he is opening the door for so many others, because now people know. If you thought that, oh, I got a short sale and now I have a foreclosure or a bankruptcy, and now it's going to be 7 or 8 years before I can get myself out of this situation, the answer to that is no.
Yeah.
So you got to forgive yourself. And I think that's the other freeing part, is forgive yourself for any past mistakes. And if you can do that, you can be free.
Truly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that with this conversation, and hoping that our listener is really taking into account that even though there were some past things or things you would have done differently, there is still hope on the horizon. You can still get that house. You can still move forward, and you can still repair your credit. All you have to do is make the decision to do it, and it's done.
And that biggest thing actually also is past getting comfortable in your own skin is also being willing to ask for help.
That is
reaching out and asking for help.
Pride cometh before the fall. I still remember my dad saying that all the time. And you're absolutely right. I mean, if we don't get the help, because a lot of times you don't know, right? If you can ask someone, hey, what is my first step? What do I need to do? I truly believe you can be aligned with the right person.
Yep.
Who can then get you out of that situation.
Yeah.
But you're right, Corey. That is a huge step.
Yeah. Well, thank you to the person who sent in the question. He who shall not be named, but hopefully he has opened the door to someone watching this right now. Feel free to call us and email us. Send us a Facebook message. We want to hear from you guys. And we want to hopefully address it for you so that can help someone else as well.
Awesome. Well, it's been a good day. I'm feeling good about everyone's chances out there.
Time to go show some homes, right?
Correct.
All right. Thank you for watching.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Be blessed.
So, if you like what you heard, but you want to find out more and you're just not sure what to ask us.
Feel free to reach out to us on our Facebook page at Jackson Realty Group LLC or our Instagram, same name, Jackson Realty Group.
And we will pick a question and we'll answer it during our podcast.
Hopefully every week. We'd love to have feedback from you guys, the audience, and maybe you can also dictate some of our topics that we talk about each week.
Correct. Look forward to hearing from you.